Yeah, yeah. You want the real? I got it. The truth, you know I'm about it. God-given wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. Things that you go through, we can talk about it. You staying the same, I doubt it. Hey, welcome to my channel. Kayla Danielle. I'ma give you Jesus, welcome to.
I'm not even gonna front like it ain't been a minute since I posted a video, because it has, but I've been away for good reason, and I'm so glad to be back to be able to sit here and talk to y'all with the camera and the lights and all that other stuff. But y'all, the Lord has really been putting it on my heart to get back in close with God, and I hope that you all will consider the same thing. Getting back in close with an intimate relationship with God. I'm talking about praying regularly, fasting regularly, being in your word, reading the Bible, you know, really worshiping God and spending that intimate time with Him, because there's nothing like that time that you get with God where you're hearing His voice, you're feeling His presence, you're being refilled in all the voids that you may have in your life. This is so crucial at this time, because if we look at the world, if we look at the state of everything that's going on right now, because the list is getting longer and longer and longer, even from 3 weeks ago video, the list is getting longer. And the only way we can ensure our own success, ensure that we will be overcomers and conquerors, is if we stay under the wings of our God. If we encamp, just like Psalms 91, under the wings of the Almighty. So, you know, it's just really been pressed upon me to say that. But anytime that we talk about going back to God, we often experience feelings of being unworthy, because some of us may not be attending a church regularly. Maybe we don't have a pastor that we can call our own, or a prophet that we can call our own. Maybe we haven't been where we need to be at, and so we need to return. That feeling of return is very uncomfortable for some of us, because we feel that, dang, I gotta go into a service and maybe get preached a sermon and hear about all the wrong things that I've been doing, or feel like you're gonna stand out like a sore thumb. See, that's the enemy. That is the enemy trying to get you to stop because of feelings of unworthiness. But I want to interject this to you. The prodigal son, the lost son, that entire story in Luke 15 is one of a man who overcame unworthiness. He questioned after he had taken the money, taken the portion, received a blessing, went and squandered it, wasted it, made bad decisions, hooked up with the wrong people, did the wrong things. And he realized that where he was in the pig pen, being hungry and the pigs are eating better than him, he realized in his heart that, dang, I gotta go back. Where I found myself in life, and we've all found ourselves, I know I found myself in a place like that before, where we realize where we've ended up based on our own understanding is not where God would have us to be. And it's time for us to go back, to return. And the only thing that stops us is those feelings of unworthiness. So the prodigal son, he questions, he says, am I even worthy enough? You know, he talks about his dad. He says, you know, I'm not even worthy enough to be called a son any longer. I should just be called a hired servant or a worker for my dad, because I don't even feel worthy enough. How many times have you questioned your worthiness as it pertains to God? The devil, again, is trying to confuse you, trying to stop you from turning back to God. And if he can magnify those feelings within you, those feelings that you're experiencing at this moment of being unworthy, then he can stop you. Because he only comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But if we be like the prodigal son, and we overcome those feelings and we push through, we'll understand the blessing that is on the other side of pushing through those feelings of unworthiness. Because as he returns back to his father, his dad sees him afar off, and even though I'm sure he sees the dirt, even though I'm sure it is evident the bad decisions that his son has made, he looks at him with loving, caring eyes. He runs up, kisses, and hugs his son, because he's so happy that he's back. Do you know how important it is that you be back in close with God? Do you know how important it is to God that you are with him, close by him, by his side? Do you understand that that's more important to God than everything that you've done, any mistake that you've made? Do you realize that that's your ideal environment? Realize today that if you press through the feelings of unworthiness, that God has a blessing for you. Because not only did he receive a hug and a kiss, the Father said, you know what, let's have a feast. Let's have a party, because the one that was dead is now alive. The one that was lost is now found. Let's have a feast for him. Because now I want you to go and get the ring. I want you to go get the shoes. I want you to go get the best clothes for my son because he's back. So I want you to press past. God has something for you. Once you reconnect to a church, once you reconnect to a man of God, once you get back in relationship, close relationship with God, you're hearing his voice, you're praying, you're fasting, God has blessings that he's going to open up to you. So don't let the devil stop you with those feelings of unworthiness, those fears, that uncomfortableness that you might be feeling, that uneasiness. Don't let him stop you. Don't let him steal what God has planned for you. But overcome and conquer. And that's all that I wanted to share with y'all. I love y'all. Please stay tuned. I have more in store for K Donnell, for you guys. This is for you all. I love you guys. I will see you next time right here. And again, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I don't know what you're waiting for. Bye.